You must have heard 1,000 times about the importance of finding your purpose and going after your dreams or whatever other form of cheap dopamine that the internet's full of. Today I want to debunk the whole finding your purpose narrative and give you a step-by-step guide on how to finally discover yours, but in a different way. If you're interested in this topic, you probably heard of IKIGAI, the Japanese concept of discovering your purpose in by fighting four key things. Do what you love doing, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. And I'll leave an image on the screen right now so you can take a look at it. Now, I am very sorry to break it to you, but the Ikigai doesn't work for everyone. Yes, it is a good start, but it's very limited by the individual experiences up to that point. And it fails to understand one of the most important aspects of life, which is learning. And the whole finding your purpose is really a trap because humans were not made to do just one thing their whole lives. In school, kids are often asked, what do you want to do when you grow up? And this question is very tricky, and it also doesn't serve humanity at all. You see, kids didn't have nearly enough time to experiment stuff yet, so to discover new possibilities, to see what the world has to offer. So the Ikigai on a kid is going to be very limited by their own experiences. And the same can happen with grown-up adults who have been doing the same thing their whole lives. Their Ikigai will be tied to their current experience and it will lack ambition. And it's important to be ambitious and not greedy, as you can see by this post that I made on X a couple of days ago. For example, take a person who has been in the same position, let's say a sales person working their way up the corporate ladder. Although that person is very experienced, their Ikigai right now would probably come up with something to do with sales, lacking ambition, lacking the ability of new skills. And if that person is feeling lost in the start of their Ikigai, they will be more confused afterwards. Now, imagine this. Imagine that same person had a gap year and they booked a trip to Thailand, discovered new hobbies, new people, maybe joined a Muay Thai gym, or maybe they are now discovering new digital skills like writing, design, or video editing. Do you think their Ikigai would be different? And the answer is hell yes, because your Ikigai can only go as far as your current experience allows it. And that's why a lot of people get stuck when it comes to finding their purpose, because they haven't tried enough stuff yet. How in the hells are you going to find out what you're good at, what the world needs, and every other thing that people talk about if you didn't try stuff? You've been working the same job for 5 years. How the hell are you going to see what the world has to offer? How the hell are you going to discover your true purpose, something that truly aligns with you, if you haven't tried stuff yet? So am I saying that you need to book a trip to Thailand and learn Muay Thai while learning like how to build your business? Maybe. Like, if you have the money, of course, go for it. By all means, it's going to be a very fun experience. But if you don't have the ability to do that right now, I got you. And I know you're probably stressed right now about finding that the Ikigai might not work for you, but don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I am a huge believer in experimentation as being a path towards self-discovery. You won't know what you love until you try it. You won't know what you're good at until you're put in the reps. You won't know what you can be paid for until you start selling your services or products. You won't know what the world needs until you start solving problems. So here's the best way to use experimentation to discover if you like something or not, if something is worth pursuing or not, as a purpose. So you're going to create a project around your idea. You're going to learn as much as you can about it. You're going to implement everything you learn, and you're going to put in the reps for a good amount of time. Let's say a month, for example. After that period, analyze everything on your journey, the good and the bad. Be very pragmatic with this. Be vigilant of your feelings during this period and ask yourself, do I enjoy this? Do I get excited in the morning about working in this project? Can I see a way of monetizing it? If you can't stop thinking about it, that's a good sign. If you couldn't care less about what others think when you do this, this is also a good sign. I made a post on X recently. We were not born to just do one thing our whole lives. Experience stuff. Become whatever you want. Athlete, entrepreneur, lifelong learner, marketer, designer, writer. The internet is a blessing and it allows you to explore every single interest you have. Take advantage. And that, my friends, is why I like the idea of living life in arcs. And in each arc, I focus on different things but things that I know will take me towards this new vision that I have for me. For example, in 2024, at the beginning of the year, I started a new arc called Time of Achievement. And during this 5-month arc, I focused on achieving 2 things: a healthy body and mind, and starting a business that I could run while working a 9 to 5. So I obsessed about self-improvement, about working out, about mental health, and I gave 200% of myself every single day to start my business that I could run while working my 9 to 5. That way, my journey was my purpose. And there is a simple quote to define whether or not you've found something worth pursuing, and is that if you desire to create something is greater than the fear of creating it, congratulations, you have found your thing. This month in May, I'm going to start a whole new arc, and I'm going to get obsessed about new things. And once again, that new journey towards this new version of me will be my purpose. So finding a single purpose is a trap. Don't fall for it. Humans are not made to do just one thing their whole lives. I feel like that way I can keep things fresh, always renewing my energies and realigning with my true self. Because you don't need to get stuck in the same thing forever. We need to stop looking for labels and start looking within. Anyway, I hope this was valuable for you. Leave a comment here. Let me know what your thoughts on the matter. And subscribe to the channel. Also subscribe to Driven Makers, my free weekly newsletter about self-improvement and business. Combining those for you to live your best life while making a fuck ton of money. So if you're into that stuff, you might want to check that out. Otherwise, connect with me on X, and I see you in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.